Welcome to Yeadon Community News, your independent source for Yeadon Community News.
Okay. First and foremost, like it was stated, this is a volunteer fire company.
How do you are?
Oh, I'm sorry. My name is Craig Jeffries. I've been a member of the Yeadon Fire Company for 22 years. Born and raised in this town, lived in this town. I currently live in East Lansdowne. Leave my home to come protect the residents of this town. For the 8 years prior to this current year, I was the chief of the fire company. I stopped running on my own because of this. I go out of my bed, I leave my children at home to come protect the residents of this town. I don't get paid for this job. Council gets paid for their job every month. I don't get paid for mine. I leave my house to come protect this town. Okay? Every member standing over here, plus the other 30 members that were able to be here, do the same thing. Okay, so you want to talk about somebody that cares about the community?
All right.
These people leave their homes. Let's address the financial portion of this. At the beginning of this year, last year and at the beginning of this year, Council had requested that the fire company turn over their financial information. The history of this leadership, and I'm not specifically identifying anybody, but leads us to, yeah, we are very financially solid. You know what? We've had some really good people that have taken care of us very, very well. Okay, so yeah, we do have a couple bucks in the bank. Absolutely. Now, you're right, that's okay. Because half of that apparatus down there has been purchased by the fire company. Not the taxpayers of this town, the fire company, through their investments, through their people that know how to manage money. Okay? And yes, we do have over $1 million in our accounts. Okay? But understand a few things. Again, we have purchased most of the vehicles down there. The fire company budget operates at about $600,000 a year. How much of the borough taxpayer dollars is in that $600,000? That would be about $72,000. Where does the rest of that money come from? Okay, so the residents of this town, in their budget, are paying approximately $72,000 towards the fire company. That does not include workman's comp. What else? Liability insurance. Okay? The workman's comp, because it is a volunteer fire company, has to be paid by the borough. Okay? There are things that the Relief Association can purchase. They are absolutely correct with their statement. Most of the financial information has been turned over to the borough, except for the Relief Association. It is audited every 2 years by the State Attorney General's office. So if we're doing something wrong, we're going to know. You're going to know because a copy of that audit is submitted to this borough before we even get a copy of it. That is absolutely true. Don't tell me that that's not true. That is true. You guys get a copy of that audit. You do not have a current copy of it because it is not there yet.
With the Relief Association before it is finalized. Then the final copy is released to the fire company and the borough together. That is fact.
All right, you want to get semantics, yes,
No, I'm saying that is fact.
The fire company, we get the finalized copy of that budget at the same time, or I'm sorry, of that audit at the same time you do.
You get the draft, we don't see that.
Well, we have to sit there and work with them, obviously. We don't get a finalized copy.
This is not semantics. This is absolutely the case. You get the draft, you get any of the findings.
Don't start with me. You put down these lies in it too. Stop saying the community. Stop saying residents. Now, there's a few people in here, but let me tell you.
I can give you her bankruptcy number that she filed after she didn't get paid her tax. Bankruptcies are public. Bankruptcies are public No. How would you know Penny McDonald? Because we were on council, the information is in the file, and if she didn't, she can speak for herself. How can you speak for her? The bankruptcy is public information in a conversation. You know, you invaded a councilman's home. You tried to put her out of office so that you could run.
You lost the election, so
Yes,
why
I
are you still
respect
doing it?
But, no, you will not. Penny McDonald asked, who will step up? And I'm stepping up because I will stand behind every word I have documented. I can give this community your bankruptcy number that you filed after you didn't pay your taxes. So as long as you're yelling at me, when you start acting like a council president, I'll treat you like a president. Yes, you are yelling. You will let me speak. Stop interfering with me. Stop interfering. No, you're going to have to put me in jail. Stop. She asked for you to step up, and I'm stepping up.
Let's move to the next.
And I will stand behind every word that I say.
Gentlemen and ladies, please, let's try to have some courtesy and respect. We're trying to move the meeting forward, and I know everybody's frustrated, and there's issues here on both sides, but let's try to be respectful. Thank you.
Intelligent decision that people in the community have made. The mere fact that people are against the present administration doesn't always have to be some nefarious or surreptitious reason or some type of conspiracy or immaturity or that we're walking along like sheep. The fact of the matter is that people may not be in favor of the policies that have been put in place in the last couple of years, and that happens to everyone politically. That's the political process. That's why we have elections. That's why we have new people coming in. So I think to vilify people who have legitimate concerns that may be opposite to whatever administration is in power at the time, is inappropriate. Now, I remember when Dotson was president, and I'm sure Dotson remembers this, that I got up at this podium and I challenged him on innumerable occasions. And that's the way politics go. I wasn't in favor of all of it. The policies that his administration put forth, I'm not in favor of all of the policies that this administration is putting forth. And so, to suggest that the people now have some ulterior motive, or that they're immature, that they're following like sheep, or that they can't intelligently decipher what's put in their mailbox, that's the reason why I would suggest to you that the reason why is how this council has acted and the policies and procedures that you have implemented. And that's what has aroused the ire of the community, not those other issues. Now, you got a problem with, the vacancy board. The clear language says that the vacancy board serves each calendar year. The council did not vote for the vacancy chairman in 2009. You got a problem there. And this is an appointed position, not an elected position. So council doesn't vote for the vacancy board individual in this particular calendar year.
Yeadon Community News, your independent source for news and information.